Nigerians on social media are asking the question, where is President Bola Ahmed Tinubu?
It's personal. It's your personal choice.
When it comes to the president, it'll restore confidence, wouldn't it? If he were to stop going abroad for healthcare and do it here in Nigeria.
Let me tell you something. I won't disclose personal presidential information in public, but the president is getting some of his care in Nigeria.
We voted for him here in Nigeria. He has a place of work. That place of work is Aso Villa.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Plan B TV News. Where is President Bola Ahmed Tinubu? This is a question and it become a quest upon every Nigerian to look for their president. The president have gone missing for the past 1 week now and is nowhere to be found. Everybody is asking, all the presidential aide, everybody in Aso Rock, where is President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria? Where is it? We have sent out several youths to the Info Forest to go and look for him. We could not find him. Now, I want you guys to watch this particular video of Arise TV News, what they are saying and how everybody in Nigeria is looking for the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria after he went to Saudi Arabia and he did not return.
Nigerians on social media are asking the question, where is President Bola Ahmed Tinubu? Well, the president was last seen attending the World Economic Forum in Saudi Arabia on Sunday, April 28th, the two-day forum, which aimed at helping public and private sector leaders address shared global challenges, ended on Monday, April 29th. The presidency, however, has not released any statement on why the president has not returned to Nigeria. This has led to speculations in some quarters that the president may have proceeded to Paris, France, where he has traveled to several times, reportedly for his medicals. Well, in the meantime, Nigeria's Vice President, Kashim Shettima, departed Abuja for the United States on Sunday to represent President Bola Ahmed Tinubu at the 2024 U.S.-Africa Business Summit. Well, according to the Vice President's media aide, Shettima will join other political and business leaders from Africa, the United States, and beyond for high-level dialogues, networking sessions, and plenaries. The summit will take place at the K. Bailey Hutchinson Convention Center in Dallas, Texas. Okay, Dr. Abati, also, I heard you this morning asking, where is the president? But you're not the only one asking. Everyone is asking, where is the president? Let me take this tweet from Ngozi, who wrote, the president is not in the country. The vice president, too, has departed from the country. Which kind juju be this? Who is running the country? No responsible country in the world will have number one and two out of the country at the same time. Nigerians are in for a long ride. Well, there is no official statement at this moment about the president's whereabouts, but you know, there are reports from sources in the State House saying that he is probably on a private visit to France. Rufai, go ahead.
I mean, it's a very apt question.
Yeah.
And we shouldn't be rigmaroling, because everybody blamed Buhari when they would go on his trips and all of that. So where's President Tinubu? He went to Saudi Arabia. Isn't it enough that they gave us fake, false announcement as regards a Maersk deal from Saudi Arabia that they have all debunked and cleaned off their social media now? And now the vice president too is out, so two of them are out at the same time. So who did they leave the home front for? The villa is empty. And that's why we need to be able to ask this question. President Tinubu was not around for his first May Day. He keeps talking about the right of workers. Who would have thought that his first May Day should be as symbolic as May 29? So he's probably going to come on May 29 and say, fellow Nigerians, right? But where was he on May Day? And President Shettima has to go represent the president now? So why are we doing this to ourselves? So we should ask the question. Until today, I'm sure the presidency will not react. Maybe he will stay for about a week or two, or maybe he'll come back this week. Whoever knows.
Well, I spoke with our State House correspondent.
Because they always do the 21-day clause.
Right.
And that's why they can get away with this thing they get away with.
Yeah.
So what did Adesua say?
Adesua said that he may be back tomorrow. So let's hope that he'll be back tomorrow.
Well, come back. But he wouldn't tell us where he went in 6 days, right?
That tweet really, I don't know, we can address this later. That tweet about the vice president and the president leaving the home front at the same time, I think it is quite the story.
At first, I thought it's funny. And everybody was just like, okay, don't worry, the president will return. The president will return. Until they start asking his head, asking him, where is the president? Anyway, I want you guys to watch this particular video and how Arise TV News, again, also interviewed one of the presidential aides and what they are saying.
It's personal. It's your personal choice.
When it comes to the president, it'll restore confidence, wouldn't it, if he were to stop going abroad for healthcare and do it here in Nigeria?
Let me tell you something. I won't disclose personal presidential information in public, but the president is getting some of his care in Nigeria. And I can tell you that.
Right.
And I'm positioned to say, so I have that privilege, but I can tell you, Mr. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is getting some of his health care in Nigeria. He believes in this, and he believes in Nigerian doctors. He believes in Nigerian providers. All those are the people providing his care. So irrespective of whatever people tell you, just take that. Those are nonsensical information. I'm sorry to say about that.
Right. Well, that's why you're the Minister of State for Health, and we want to hear it from your lips. Business Day newspaper, of course, recently described Nigeria as one of the most perilous places in the world to face a life-threatening emergency. I'm not talking about regular care. I'm talking about life-threatening emergency, whether it's a road accident on the highway or a sudden medical crisis at home. The paper said that the odds are stacked against survival. What is the problem there?
Charles, I'm not here to argue or to argue about false information that people are saying. Today, a lady just came to my office, a cancer survivor. She'll be going public.
I'm talking about medical emergency.
Medical emergency.
If somebody were to get into a road accident in the middle of a motorway, what guarantee is there that they will get fast, efficient treatment? If I was, for example, in the UK or in the US or perhaps even in Rwanda, there would be an ambulance service that would immediately get to the place. They're close to the motorway, and they would immediately take them to a place where they'd get instant treatment and improve their chances of survival. Yes. What would happen to someone? That's what the newspaper is talking about.
We're building our emergency medical services aggressively. 5% of the basic healthcare provision fund is being directed to emergency medical services. Now, we have a team in the Ministry of Health that we're working, actually beyond that, procuring new ambulances, designing new way, not just the traditional ambulance that you would see,
right,
other things that fit into our local system where people and the local community can have emergency transport ambulance service that will take them to the
So you're working on it, but it's not there yet.
No, we had some of them. We're deploying a lot of them. These are things. Remember, this government is 11 months old, and for what we've
I
done,
understand that.
For what we are tackling each of these.
I mean, nobody is saying you're not doing the job, but the point is, where are you now?
Where are we now?
Yeah.
We put process in place to add more ambulances to our stock. We're working with the local government, citing locations where we'll have some of these homemade ambulance transportation to our public health system. We're retrofitting a primary care system so that they can even be the first point of contact where care will be delivered to this patient. If you go to our Federal Medical Center, our teaching hospital, we have several state-of-the-art emergency room in all these hospitals. People are not just talking about the good thing in our healthcare system. Everybody just look at the bad thing, but then a lot of good things have happened.
Recently, Chetima, the vice president of Nigeria, wanted to go and represent Bola Ahmed Tinubu. After heavy critics, he decided not to go and said that the plane or the flight is having a technical error. That's why he did not go.
The whereabouts of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has taken center stage on social media after Vice President Kashim Shettima cancelled his trip to the United States on Monday, citing a fault in the presidential aircraft. The vice president was originally scheduled to represent President Bola Ahmed Tinubu at the 2024 U.S.-Africa Business Summit hosted by the Corporate Council on Africa. The intended trip would have left the country without a president and a vice president in charge, eliciting reactions from a cross-section of Nigerians, including former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, who in a post on X asked if it was right to assume that Nigeria was on autopilot Well, in a twist of events, the vice president's media aide, in a statement, said Shettima was unable to make the trip following a technical fault with his aircraft, forcing him to make a detour on the advice of the Presidential Air Fleet, adding that the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Ambassador Yusuf Tuga, will now represent the president at the high-profile summit in Dallas, Texas, while the vice president will carry on with other national duties. Dr. Vati, we discussed this yesterday, and we are seeing that the presidency, or rather, they are listening. I don't know if I should call it listening, but it appears to show that they are canceling this trip because of the Presidential Air Fleet, rather than the outcry of the country, or what we discussed yesterday. Let me take a tweet. This is from Hod, who wrote, "If you want to purchase a new aircraft, just say so. Stop trying to gaslight Nigerians with this aircraft error every 2 minutes between you and your Oga. Please, we are tired of all these gimmicks. We are waiting so that we will know where to start applying pressure." Well, Daniel Bwala, I believe, was responding to Atiku Abubakar's tweet, who questioned whether or not Nigeria is on autopilot. Well, he wrote, "President Tinubu is in charge of the country and can govern from anywhere in the world, whether the vice president is also in Nigeria or not. Aso Villa is not a block industry, and the president is not a bricklayer. Read Section 5 of the Constitution." I'm coming to you, Dr. Abati. Section 5 of the Constitution, what does it say about the president?
President gives the president
Yes,
executive powers, and that he can delegate and all authority and all of that. However, there's something in intelligence circles they call cover story. When government finds itself in a very delicate situation, the intelligence people will ask you to go and find a cover story. So I think that's what they are doing here. The story that the VP's aircraft developed technical faults, that's just a cover story.
Yeah.
I know for a fact that it's not just one aircraft we have now. We have a fleet. The presidential fleet, if there is a technical fault with one aircraft, they can change to another one. They can. And the president didn't travel with all the aircraft within the presidential fleet. But good cover story saying, it has a technical fault. Now we're told the Minister of Foreign Affairs is going to the U.S. To represent Nigeria. Is he going to go on the back of a motorcycle to the United States? He will still go in an aircraft, not so. And it will be, part of the fleet that will take him and his team to that conference. What I think is that this is a question of the government responding to criticism. And, the outcry was so much. We have not seen the president, I think it's up to a week now since he left Riyadh. And he's not here. And then the VP was also going to go to the U.S. without anybody telling us who will be in charge. And that's why I think people, including former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, complained. But it's good that government has responded, and they've found a very convenient way of saying that, the VP would concentrate on national duties while the president is away. That's fine. That's okay. I don't know what Daniel Bwala's matter is in this, saying that the president can govern from anywhere in the world. What kind of talk is that?
I've never seen anything like this.
Governing from anywhere in the world. No. We voted for him here in Nigeria. He has a place of work. That place of work is Aso Villa. Now, if he wants to work in any part of Nigeria, that's fine. You can say, well, the president can choose to work from Lagos. He can choose to work from there. But to say that the president of Nigeria can govern from anywhere in the world, emphasis anywhere in the world. Okay, let the president of Nigeria govern us from Ukraine now. And then you come and tell us that Aso Villa is not a block interest. In fact, or Gaza. In fact, the president of Nigeria is a bricklayer in the real sense of it. So I disagree with Daniel. Because
The question is, where is the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria? Everybody is looking for him, and it seems to be like, okay, this is no longer funny. Is it like after the meeting went on in Saudi Arabia, he dodged to France as usual for medical treatment or something like that? Or is it like it's not what we are thinking, me and you It's not what we are thinking that the president is something like what happened to Yaradua. My question is, why is it that every Nigerian president must have one or two issues? Ever since Bola Ahmed Tinubu becomes president, is either he go for a private visit without consent of Nigerian, why is he going for this visit, and how he will spend days or weeks over there in abroad, or after he go for Africa Summit for just 3 days, the all Africa presidents return back, but him will spend extra 2 weeks or more than a week before he returns. What is he hiding? Remember that picture like this were surfacing during campaign. People know that president is sick, yeah, really, really, really is sick. Everybody is asking, why is the president of Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, is hiding his sickness or his ailments from Nigerians, from the entire Nigeria that is presiding over? Normally, once you're a president, there are some, you don't have a private life. Let me just use that word, except how you knock your woman inside your bedroom. Aside this, the food you eat, how you eat, where you go, how many times you go to the toilet, is of concern to Nigerians. If you want to be hiding something like this, you have to stay away from politics, because the people you are presiding over want to know your well-being. Now, what happened to Yaradua? A lot of you know how Yaradua died, and over 1 year they hide it from Nigeria. A lot of you know how Buhari spent good 3 months in London in the hospital, and they hide it from Nigeria. It takes the full Nigeria to shake. Even when the vice president, Osibajo, taking over office, he did take over office with just like as a vice, he have to represent before the president comes back. Things were moving quite normal. The economy will begin to stable. When Buhari heard that things is going well, and everybody is clapping for Osibajo, Osibajo will vote for you when you campaign to become president, he could run back. Nigeria were just dead, dormant without president. Now we are witnessing it again under Bola Ahmed Tinubu. As a Nigerian, we decide to cry out and say, all these things is too much. Why will Bola Ahmed Tinubu disappear and is nowhere to be found? Every Nigerian, some part of Nigeria from the West will say, when Yaradua did it, nobody talks. When Goodluck did it, nobody talks. When Buhari do it, nobody talks. Why are you guys not complaining because he's a Yoruba president? That is how they will put it. It's just like everybody decide to fold hands. Nobody should talk, because when you talk, they say it's because he's a Yoruba president. They will not call it the president of Nigeria. They say it's because it's a Yoruba man. That's how they put bigotry, tribalism into politics. When you talk, I was complaining the other day about presidents embezzle money and how they are destroying the Nigerian economy. Somebody were commenting, when Buhari did the same thing, did you guys complain? Anyway, as a Nigerian, is this of your concern to look for your president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, or we should just fold in? What is your prayer right now that president is nowhere to be found? Me, I want us to rub mind in the comment section. That is my own personal concern, because like, I can't put words in anybody's mouth. Where is the president? Is he alive? Is he by? Is it in the hospital bed? Now, he's not in Saudi Arabia. Where is the president? Is our concern right now. Everybody should put hands on desk and look for the president, and he must return back to Nigeria to come and continue where he stopped. He campaigned for it, and he should work for it. Remember that he said, if there is no electricity, everybody should hold him accountable, that there will not be excess tax on electricity.
Whichever way, by all means necessary, you must have electricity, and you will not pay for estimated bill anymore. A promise made will be a promise kept. If I can't keep the promise and I come back for second term, don't vote for me. That's the truth.
Just within a year he took over office, bam, electricity tariff, boom, hike. And every word that is said during campaign is the propaganda and is doing the opposite. But the one we are asking right now, we don't care how he is, he should return back to Nigeria. Remember that he said that we should be more patriotic that, oh, we should patronize every Nigerian maid. Him too should return to Nigeria and let Nigeria doctor treat him. If he's sick, he should return to Nigeria. Then, if, for example, hey, he's not sick, he's just enjoying himself, he should return to Nigeria and look for one of the best hotels to relax himself. Yes, that's how you should, as a president, become an example to the people you're presiding over, being patriotic yourself. Then Nigeria will follow that. Say, okay, the president and his head or the governor have to be riding Nigerian made car. That is another example of being patriotic, not you forcing your citizens to be more patriotic than you are. So this is where we're going to be ending the video today. What are your thoughts about this? I want to hear from you guys in the comment section. Is this your concern that we should look for the president, or we should just forget and let somebody else take over? Remember that the person that will take over is Chetima, that man that normally not tie from the neck to the ground. That one will become your president if Bola Ahmed Tinubu is nowhere to be found. We know that one will even do more worse. So what is your concern right now? Should he just return and manage himself till 2027? Or as we may you be waiting with the think? Now comment your thoughts. Until we meet again, remember we love you, but God love you more. If you love us, the only way you can show your love to us is to like this video, comment your thoughts about this video in the comment section, share this video to all your platforms. Above it all, subscribe. This is my biggest desire. Subscribe and turn on your notification bell. Keep the subscription counting until you see us getting to 100,000 subscribers. This is the only way you make me fulfill my 2024 social media desire. I want to be among those that hold this YouTube award, and I know that only you guys can make it happen. All right, until we meet again, stay tuned and peace out.